Hello everyone, this is Cherie, and this is my December 2025 wrap-up vlog where I go over all the media I consumed in the month of December. Starting with screenplays. I read 2 screenplays, Battleground and Nope. Now Battleground won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay back in the day, and Nope is Jordan Peele's most recent horror film. Battleground is a movie I had never even heard of. It came out in 1949. So after I read the screenplay, I went and found the movie on YouTube and watched it. And as war films go, it's a pretty good film. That's not my preferred genre, but if you like war films, I would definitely recommend Battleground. Next up, movies. Starting with Jane Eyre from 1943. This is the version with Orson Welles, and I just love him. His voice is so wonderful. It doesn't have a super high score on like Letterboxd, but I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the story of Jane Eyre, and I love Orson Welles. And then next up, The Life of Chuck, Mike Flanagan's latest movie. Came out in the fall, but it wasn't released in any of the theaters near me, so I had to wait to watch it on streaming. I loved this movie. It was so charming. And it was a Stephen King adaptation, but not a horror. So I'd totally recommend Life of Chuck. And then Skincare from 2024, starring Elizabeth Banks. This was based on true events of an esthetician in LA who gets some competition and tries to take the competition out. This is known as a sunshine noir, which means it's not black and white and it's in a sunny, beautiful place, Southern California. But it is a thriller noir femme fatale containing film. The Song of the Sea. This is part of the Irish folklore trilogy that contains The Secret of the Kells, Song of the Sea, and Wolfwalkers. Great trilogy, would be a great one to have on physical media. But I actually think The Song of the Sea is my favorite of the 3. And it's about a little girl who doesn't speak and her brother who tries to protect her against these supernatural forces all around them. Very good, highly recommend. And finally, the Harvard list. I finished it. After a year and a half, I went through the entire list. There were 23 left to go through. I had seen plenty of them, so I think I had only about 12 to watch. But I just want to go over some of my favorites right now. Russian Ark. This is a true oneer. The entire film is in one shot. Not broken, no like special effects to where they can stop the camera and then start it again. And this was all shot at the Hermitage Museum in St. Petersburg, Russia. And I have always wanted to visit St. Petersburg and the Hermitage. But if I never get there, at least I can say I've seen part of it in the movie Russian Ark. Next is Caché by Michael Haneke. And this is typical to him. It's kind of a downer of a movie. It's a thriller about a couple who keeps receiving these kind of threatening letters, but they don't know who they're from, and they kind of just disrupt this family's life. So if you see the movie and then you see the poster, you're never going to look at that poster the same way again. And next, The Death of Mr. Lazarescu. I had talked about this before. I saw it, I think, back in March. And it's about how the healthcare system in, I believe it was Romania, is really messed up. And it does serve as a parallel to, like, America's healthcare system. And all the stuff that this man who is sick goes through just to try to get healthcare. And then 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. I called it a masterpiece that I never want to watch again. It's really intense. And again, it speaks to, the need for health care and just the dynamics between men and women, and really, really great film, but not one I could stomach again. And then finally, the last one I want to talk about is The White Ribbon, again by Michael Haneke. I had spoken about this, I think, earlier as well because I saw it a few months ago. It's about these young kids in this German town who do all these horrible, sadistic things. And, like these are the people that became the Nazis. So that's it for the Harvard list. I am done. All right, and then some other things from December. I finally got my digital copy of Shelby Oaks, which I was a Kickstarter backer on. I was a little disappointed because it is billed as a digital download, but it's just a link to Neon's site where you can watch the film because you have the link and the passcode. So it's not like I can actually download it. So, but whatever. I'm glad to have supported the film. And I can watch it whenever I want as long as Neon's site stays up. And then the Virtual Pitch Fest, the online pitching platform. I pitched Dumpster Donna to 9 different companies, and they all said no thanks to wanting to read the script. So I didn't even get as far as having anyone read the script, just the log line and the little blurb that I wrote, which I will put right here. Title: Dumpster Donna, a Model Citizen. Logline: unable to afford food, a struggling plus-size model in New York City resorts to freeganism, which includes dumpster diving, in order to survive. But when she signs with an agency and starts booking gigs, she must choose between a successful career which embraces plus-size stereotypes and consumerism, or a life devoted to the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Query letter. Dear Lisa, hope your day is going well. I've written an environmentally themed, full triumphant comedy called Dumpster Donna, a Model Citizen, that I think you'd like. Recent high school graduate Donna Derringer is your typical wasteful American consumerist. Clothes don't fit? In the bin with the tag still on. Second-hand shops? Ew, gross. Although she dreams of becoming a plus-size Uber model, Donna arrives in the Big Apple with barely enough cash to buy food. This propels her into the underground world of the Freegans, a portmanteau of free and vegan. The Freegans offer an alternative lifestyle filled with trash tours, dumpster diving, environmental activism, and a focus on recycling. Donna's journey brings her face to face with many of today's pressing issues, and while the themes are serious, they're presented in a spoonful of sugar kind of way. Imagine The Devil Wears Prada meets Wasted, the story of food waste, with a little Zoolander thrown in. If you're up for a humorous read on how an ambitious teen becomes a spokesmodel for saving the planet, please contact me for a copy of the screenplay. Now, most of the feedback I got, 4 of them were, "We are passing, but encourage you to continue pitching this." I got one that was, "We encourage you to use VPF to pitch us other projects." And I got 2 that said, "This project didn't pique our interest." And the final one said, "We are not attached to the emotional experience of this story." Now, that's all fine, but the one I was surprised about was BuzzFeed, because this is what they said they were looking for in their needs section. So the very first genre listed in BuzzFeed's needs is comedy features. And they're looking for scripts all with a zeitgeisty angle. Things which deal with real stuff which people 18 to 45 are experiencing today. They say the best ways in for us are things which either revolve around communal experiences or identity. Identity being thematically about any group of people who could be othered. Oh, I don't know, like plus-size people? Looking for opportunities to tell their stories and ultimately normalize them. Think studio budgeted pictures between $5 and $15 million. Okay, Dumpster Donna is exactly what they are asking for here. And this is how they responded. Thanks for thinking of us with your pitch. This is a pass for me, as I think it just feels a bit too niche. The subject matter really dives down a few holes which fragment the audience, while I'm looking for up-the-middle fare. I appreciate the pitch and wish you luck as you proceed. All right, so I guess you're really not looking for what you asked for then. And finally, I want to end on something really great that happened on December 30th. I received an email with an ARC, ARC, which is Advanced Reader Copy, to Kate Kavanaugh's debut thriller, Thanks for Watching. So I had put my name on the list. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but I was one of the people who got it. And the book actually comes out in April, so everyone can order it and read it in April, but I get the advanced reader copy, and I will let everyone know what I think after I read it. Thanks, Kate, if you're the one that got that through for me, or thanks to the publishers who released it. So that's it for my December wrap-up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.